that I can dig deeper than I like to. Sabine started really hard, and yeah, I had to really fuss bait the first while. So yeah, but it turned out well.
But she went very strong at the end, and so I had to really work hard to stay on her rear wheel. Yeah.
Well, let's hope you can improve on your second place from last year, and from strength to strength for both of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, they'll have fond memories of this venue here. Manuel Fumic from Germany, Brazilian champion. They won the final stage, the grand finale, into Mirandal a year ago at the 2016 Absa Cape Epic. They've come back as a combination here, and Fumic in his third Absa Cape Epic and Avancini in his second as a pair, and true to form, both in the baggy pants.
Yes, they love their baggy pants. This Henrique Avancini's converted to baggies. Would you remember him riding with baggies last year? I can't quite remember. But certainly these two are cross-country specialists. They'll be aiming squarely at the shorter stages. It's a shorter effort, much more similar kind of effort to the cross-country races, the World Cup, with the best in the world in terms of his rivals.
Across the timing mat is Manuel Fumic and Henrique Avancini of Team Cannondale, and we should get a time for them there now.
Just looking at the time checks now, they're riding up there around about 11 minutes or so. That does give them the fastest time check so far, with quite a few teams still to come. They are the quickest on the road, 18 seconds quicker than Trek San Marco, Damiana Ferraro and Fabian Rabensteiner.
Picture there, and but Fumic looking very good at the moment, along with Avancini. Fastest time at that first time check, 10:46, and it's Piers Leon and Max Knox in second place. With behind them, it is the world champion Nino Schurter, along with his partner Matthijs Stinneman in third place, and
Henrique Avancini just having a drink, and that's going to be vital, how to manage hydration. Although it is a short burst today, there will be no shortage of effort, so they'll expend an enormous amount of energy. So Avancini on the front end, Fumic, these two are leading at the first of the checkpoints.
Fumic spent a lot of time in South Africa, and it seems to be paying off, because they are the best team so far at checkpoint 2. That's the 15-kilometer mark after Spakers Hill. The best team, second best team on the trails, is Nino Schurter and Matthijs Stinneman of ScottsRam Mountain Bike Racing.
On the front now with Avancini behind him.
Oh, Gerald Neal, I'll tell you what, these guys come and base themselves in South Africa for a number of weeks, making sure that they acclimatise and know exactly what conditions they'll be racing in the Absa Cape Epic. It's a huge investment from their sponsors, but they know that it's well worth it, because this broadcast goes to so many countries in the world, and it's well worth their investment. These two riders, known as cross-country specialists, and look at them go. It's happy hunting ground for both of them here in Mirandal, and they are flying at the moment with the fastest time at the second time check, and no doubt when they get to the third time check they'll also be right up there. And this is beautiful sights with the Table Mountain in the background.
Race, and that was a supreme ride. They hardly put a foot wrong.
Quite a fantastic ride by Sabine Spitz and Robin de Groot. Sabine Spitz, 45 years old, and great contrast to the youngsters that are starting the race. Jenny Rispets is 22 years old, so fantastic age range, competing at the highest level here.
I don't think there were any surprises there to see him at the top of the leaderboard for Ascenders Health. And Robin de Groot really in the top of her game at the moment in South African racing. And I think well deserved for her to be at the top there as we watch on with
the quality of rider that we've got there. We've seen Bellen Combrink, of course, Kleinans and Bishop, Jeremiah Bishop, Eric Kleinans, Nicola Rohrbach and Daniel Gesmeyer of Centurion Vara too. Superb team, absolutely high class. The ScottsRam young guns, Andre Fischknecht, he's just 20, and Michael van der Heyden, former under-23 world champion. And they are serious riders in their own right. Howard Grotz teaming up, he's the American champion with Paolo Montoya. And so there's a race within a race, as I said, but they are all riding back up. This pair, well, they don't, well, they may have a secret backup team, but essentially they don't have an official backup team in this race. It's breathtaking seeing them go past at such incredible speed, bearing in mind how you might as the rider be feeling, having put in your efforts, and you see these men come charging past you. The second of the Bulls teams is ahead of them as well. Oh, they're holding nothing back. Avancini and Fumic of Cannondale Factory Racing closing in onto the third of the checkpoints. Will give us an idea of whether they're still in the lead on this prologue.
They'll be a matter of minutes, if not seconds, away from that checkpoint now.
Henrique Avancini on the front, out of the saddle, powering, taking every effort to get to that checkpoint. Manuel Fumic having to dig very deep.
It is quite a remarkable time that posted. They're up at that checkpoint at 57 minutes and 56 seconds. This is surely one of the fastest, if not the fastest time of the day. 3 minutes 44 seconds ahead of the next place team so far. Centurion Vote 2, that's Nicola Rohrbach and Daniel Gesmeyer.
Well, Cannondale Factory Racing are putting a marker down early here in this 2017 edition of the Absa Cape Epic. Smooth, silky skills of Manuel Fumic and Henrique Avancini. Got a bit of a play park to get through, and then the charge down to the big field and the finish at Mirandal.
Super smooth on these berm sections. It is very loose. He makes it look so easy. Riders, even some of the professional riders, there's no ways they go down there that smoothly.
Tim Burmer and Simon Steve-John in the mix there as well. They're the backup to the Team Bulls. The outcome here, but have a look at the skill of Manuel Fumic here.
It's fantastic. Just a look at the trail surface. The tires carving through the loose sand, kicking up the dust. His partner will just leave him a little bit of a gap so he can still see that when the dust settles, you can see the surface of the trail.
I think they're arranging up behind Burma and Steve Jump now. A look over his shoulder, and he's waving them through.
Good sports there, good sportsmanship there from the Bulls. It's within their team's interest to be tactical and to race them, but good sportsmanship shines through there, letting them past.
Yeah, they know they're not on the same level just at the moment as these two. Avancini on the front, Fumic behind him as they enter the last bit of snaky single track berms and sweeping trails all the way down to the stadium finish here at Mirandal.
We predicted a finishing time of under an hour. It won't be today. Perhaps the heat has played a bit of a role, and if there's any team to watch that'll be surely the team to beat, it'll be this one right here, Cannondale Factory Racing, in under 1 minute 5 we predict. 1 hour 5.
Well, they're just in absolutely supreme form at the moment. They started nearly 7 minutes behind Steve John and Burma, and they passed them here. That gives you an idea of just how dominant they have been. Look at Avancini, the Brazilian. He had his first taste of the Absa Cape Epic last year and came away with strawberries and cream because he loved it, absolutely loved it, particularly that final stage into Mirandal. Onto the field, Avancini and Fumic of Cannondale Factory Racing. They have put together a phenomenal ride here in the prologue. Fumic has to dig deep to close the gap to him. They won here a year ago in the grand finale, and if it stays this way, they could well do the same in the prologue here in the 2017 Absa Cape Epic. Last bend, under the second last banner, and across the line. Manuel Fumic and Henrique Avancini.
What a perfect race for them. They put it together absolutely perfectly. Looks like they rehearsed it to the letter, and it resulted in a fantastic ride. It's quite unbelievable to see how deep they were actually digging. This was clearly a focus for them when they started.
And these cross-country specialists, they've so far they are the leaders in the clubhouse, if you like, with plenty of teams still to come in, but such has been their dominance. As I said, they've finished nearly 7 minutes ahead of Burma and Steve John, the second of the Bulls teams. So this is what Absa Cape Epic prologue it is. This is how they went on the men's race today. Manuel Fumic and Henrique Avancini are the men in the yellow jersey going into stage one ahead of the Olympic and world champion Nino Schurter and Matthias Sinnemann. with Samuel Poro and Alexei Medvedev also on the podium. Sauser and Kulhavi have made a solid start as they pursue yet another victory as a combination. They've won 2, they're looking for a 3rd together. The best placed South African Max Knox together with Hector Paz-Leon from Colombia, and the best South African combination, that of Bell and Combrick in 9th. The defending champions, Karl Platt and Urs Huber, 3 minutes and 23 seconds down. They've got work to do for the next week. So that's how they raced. Let's hear their views down at the finish. Let's rejoin Leanne Paulik.
Thanks, Gerald. Well, they certainly set that track on fire a little earlier on today with some impressive cross-country racing. Guys, what are your thoughts about the way things went? When I mentioned to you earlier that you'd looked good out there, you were like, oh, we felt like we were going slowly. So I'm assuming you've still got plenty in the tank.
No, I mean, we came here well prepared. We had some good time before. We came in really relaxed. And I mean, we went in with the right approach, I would say. And in the end, the training and the preparation paid off. And I'm really happy about our performance today. And finally, we took the win and we're in the leader's jersey.
Were you expecting to do this well today?
I mean, as Manny said, we are well prepared for the race. Of course, the shorter stages suit us better. But I mean, we are in a good shape. We want to fight for the overall, and we try our best. I mean, tomorrow, of course, it's a different race, but today was a short one, but still a really hard one with the conditions, with the heat and also the dry conditions, dusty conditions. And we did quite well, and we are feeling good. We are a good mix of abilities and skills. So let's see what's still to come for the next 7 days.
Well, guys, it was a joy to behold. Congratulations to both of you, and I hope it turns out to be an awesome week.
Thanks a lot, huh?
Thanks.
Celebration, my friends.
Wonderful personalities they are, Manuel Fumic and his partner Henrique Avancini from Brazil. They're in the yellow jerseys going into stage 1 at the Absa Cape Epic. Beautiful day for